gonna type what we're cooking here. And we'll get started. Hi guys, hello. All right. So we are very spur moment going live today, y'all. I feel like I don't know what day it is. It's Wednesday. I totally forgot. I spaced out. So, hey, Nicole. So anyway, I was making those chicken tacos tonight anyway, so it worked out. I put a bra on and some real clothes for you guys. You're welcome. And hi, Katie. Hi. Oh, gosh. Hey, guys. And we're going to make these chicken tacos. They're so good. I know Katie's making them tonight. I don't know if any of you all have made these yet or are planning on it soon, but you need to. I know Taco Tuesday was yesterday, but whatever. We're going with Taco Wednesday because tacos are good all the time. So we're going to do chicken thighs here. We're going to finish these in the oven, but we're going to get them going so that we can get these guys in the oven. So I have some boneless, skinless chicken thighs. You can also do breasts here. I like thighs. They get way more tender. They're easier to shred. I just like them. You can use breast if you want, but it might take a little longer in the oven to get really that tender, shreddable meat. So let's get this chicken searing first. I'm just adding a little oil to the pan, like a tablespoon or so. And then we're gonna do these chicken thighs. I already salt and peppered one side of the chicken thighs. We're probably gonna have to do 2 batches here so that we don't overcrowd the pan. I want a nice sear on these. All about that sear. You could also do this in the crock pot, y'all. But I would still do this step right here. Sorry, I'm trying to get these in one even layer there. All right. Now I'm gonna season the other side. Hi Brittany, hi Amy. Guys, we're making chicken tacos. They're so good. The first time I made these, I ate them like right after I made them for lunch, and then we had them for dinner also, and then my husband ate them like 3 days for work for lunch. They're so good. Do you shred or chop the chicken later? Yes, we will shred the chicken later, so when it gets done cooking, it's going to be fork tender, and we'll just pull it apart, and it'll be all shredded. You could also chop it if you wanted to. I personally just like a shredded chicken taco. So again, seasoning both sides of the chicken. And while that's browning, we're gonna chop some onion and some garlic. Then once we pull the chicken out and let it rest for a minute, we will add the onion and the garlic in and let that cook a little bit and make our delicious sauce. It's super easy, but so good and so flavorful. Yes, I like shredded better too, Amy. Okay, so that's gonna brown on both sides for just a few minutes per side. So let's chop our onion and our garlic while we're waiting. And then when the chicken goes in the oven, we'll make our pico, which you could just do plain salsa if you want to, but I love the fresh pico here. I just think it adds a whole level of flavor. So like I was saying about the slow cooker, you could probably do this in the Instant Pot too, but if you're gonna do it in your slow cooker, I would definitely sear your chicken first and then add it into the slow cooker. Like go ahead and make everything and put it in the slow cooker and then walk away from it, because I think it's gonna add so much more flavor this way than if you were just to dump it all in the crock pot. Have your all's kids started school yet? Parks goes tomorrow for his first day back. I'm ready. Totally ready. He actually did not want me to do my live today, but he ended up being okay with it. I didn't know if it was going to happen or not. Gotten quite clingy over the break. Okay. You really want to make sure your pan is nice and hot. That way you don't have to, it will go pretty quickly for you. medium-high heat over there. This is just one whole onion. And give the sauce lots of flavor. Actually asked Parks what he wanted for dinner tonight, and he said tacos. Cannot blame him there. I'm a teacher in Connecticut, August 29th. Awesome. I heard some kids aren't going back till September. Like, I feel like that's what we used to do growing up, but I feel like it gets earlier and earlier every year, and summers get shorter and shorter, which I don't feel like is a good thing for kids. And if you're a teacher, you have to go back really early. So it's 3 cloves of garlic. You can use more or less depending on what your heart desires. Like, this is a good amount though. Okay. So, where'd I put my towel? Alright, the chicken is ready to flip. Oh, yeah, it used to be after Labor Day. Exactly. I don't know what happened. Let's see. So this is not, well, yep, there it is. Okay. I might be doing this a little prematurely, but we're going to roll with it. It's pulling off the pan easily, which tells me it's ready to flip. If it were to stick to the pan, that means you need to let it go just a little bit longer. What, babe? Simon? Huh? Right now? Or are you watching Toy Story right now? Who's requesting a show? Okay. If your kids ever watch Simon on Netflix, it's this little English bunny. It's pretty cute. Katie, you're going to love them, let me just tell you. Your whole family is going to love these. And for Parks, I put a little bit of cheese in his tacos so it stays together. Sorry, I'm just getting a little show together for him so he'll be over there. He didn't want to help me today. I don't know if your kids are like that in the kitchen, like they're either in the mood to help you or they're not at all, and he is not in the mood today, so we're respecting that. Okay, we're going to get our next round of chicken in. And it's okay, all these little bits in the bottom of the pan here are going to make so much, or it's going to make a delicious sauce, so just don't worry about that, just wait. Alright. Yes, the recipe is on my blog, Amy, so just go to mydiaryofus.com. And actually there's a link on my Instagram, and if you click on it, it'll take you to a page and it'll show you all my most current blog posts, and it's on there, so just click right on there. Okay. So these are our last 3 chicken breasts, or chicken thighs. This one is all balled up. He doesn't want to come out of his, there. Okay. Let's season this side. Get rid of this. Wash my hands real quick. All right, I'm back. Hi, Brittany. Hey, guys. Cilantro lime rice, but I'm down to only 1 cup of rice. No, that is not enough for 5 people. You are correct. I served mine with some beans last time. Honestly, between the lettuce and the pico and the filling, it's really kind of enough, but it is good with beans or rice if you have it. So we're going to finish browning this chicken. We're going to take it out. We're going to saute our onion and garlic. And then we're going to add in our tomatoes and spices and let that sauce kind of thicken and come together. We put our chicken back in and into the oven, and then we'll make our pico while that's cooking. It goes pretty quick. This is definitely a 30-minute meal, which I love. You know, y'all know I love a 30-minute meal. We're doing that just a smidge early, but again, we're on a time thing here, so I know you guys wanna move about your night. Yes, yum is right. You all need to make these ASAP. Okay, so those bits in the bottom of the pan, when we put our onion in there, we're gonna add a little bit of water, and that's gonna deglaze the pan. You could also use chicken stock if you have it. I don't have any, so we're gonna go with water. And then you can already see this is making like lots of chicken juice right here, which will be delicious added back in the sauce. This is why I really recommend doing the searing first, because of the flavor that it adds. It really does add a whole nother dimension here. Oh no, pepper. It's gonna catch on fire. Okay. Y'all know I always have to drop something on these, right? Okay. And there's enough grease in this pan. We don't have to add any more oil. Get this out of the way. All right, so this is where we're gonna add our water in, and then we're gonna season with salt and pepper. And that's gonna deglaze the pan. And we're gonna scrape up all of these bits. Let me turn y'all down a little bit so you can see just a little bit better. Hi, Melissa. We're making chicken tacos, guys. So I'm just scraping up all that goodness, and it happens so easily with that water or stock. But that is just money flavor right there, guys. We're gonna season with salt and pepper always. So whenever I have on a recipe, how much salt you use for the whole recipe, it's gradual most of the time, because I like you to season as you go. Because if you don't do that, you're missing opportunity. Not yet, Katie. We're not going to add our tomatoes just yet. We're going to let this water reduce just slightly, and then we're going to add in the tomatoes. And then we're going to add in all the spices and let those come together for just a second before we add our chicken back in and put it in the oven. I just want these onions to cook just a smidge before those tomatoes get added in. If you needed to for time, you could totally add them in. It would still be delicious, but I think if those onions and garlics cook just a little bit on their own, again, it's just like extra flavor. You can see the water's already evaporating out, so that's kind of what we want. And we have not really touched the heat, still at about medium high. And my oven is preheated to 375. And we're gonna put this in uncovered because we just want that sauce to thicken and get delicious. Well, I'm so glad. That's why I'm here, guys. For you to learn. Hi, Jen. Hi. Oh, hi, guys. Okay. Hi, India. I love seeing you guys pop on here. I feel like it's been a while. Last week didn't have one. I feel like the summer has just been really sporadic with schedules in general, so lives have just not been, as frequent. But starting September, they definitely will be back to every single Wednesday. And for now, they're just going to be whatever works. Because in 2 weeks, I'm back out of town again. You all right, bud? Okay, so now we're at a point, the water's almost evaporated, the onions are getting tender. I'm gonna add in the tomatoes. Solo parenting and your AC went out. No, oh my gosh. Are you in Louisiana? Is that right? New Orleans, or you used to be in New Orleans? Are you having the heat wave right here? Yes, I'm so glad you did pop on. Solo parenting is never fun, nor is losing your air conditioner. I had a friend this week whose air went out as well. Okay, so I added in my diced tomatoes here. Again, we're gonna season with just a little more salt because those tomatoes need it. Austin. Oh my gosh. So you have above 100-degree weather as well. I don't know what I would do without AC right now. Okay, so we're going to do about a couple tablespoons of chili powder. Do you like how I measure with my palm? A little bit of cumin. We're going to do a little paprika. So if you want it spicy, this is not spicy. If you want it spicy, add some cayenne and it'll be spicy for you. And some Mexican oregano. If you can't find Mexican oregano, just use plain oregano. It's totally fine. I'm going to do about a tablespoon of that too. All right, we're going to stir this around. And that's what gives it this delicious deep red color. And if you find you need a little more liquid, just add a little more stock or water. And that's totally fine. Which I think actually might add just a smidge more water. Which I'm just gonna rinse out my can by adding a little water. So it's a good way to get every little bit out of your tomato can. Okay. You can see how beautiful that is getting over there. Okay. All right, sorry I had to go for a hand wipe. So we're gonna let this cook for about a minute and then we're gonna add our chicken in. And it's just gonna cook down and get delicious. Let's see, I'm not a fan of cumin. Yeah, just leave it out, it's totally fine. Yes, hot in Georgia too. I think it's hot everywhere. I'm just seeing if I missed any comments. Mexican oregano. So in our grocery store, we actually have like a Mexican spice section, but so I'm not sure. Actually, I would think it would be with the regular spices. Again, if you can't find it, either a specialty market would have it. You could probably find it online. I think even like World Market has it because they have lots of cool spices. Or just use plain dried oregano. There's a very slight difference, so you'll be fine. Okay, so once this kind of starts to simmer and you can smell the spices cooking down, now it's time to add in our chicken. So we're gonna kind of flip-flop it back and forth and get it nice and coated. This is what I like to do. I like to take it, coat one side, and then flip it over and nestle it in. Just like it to make sure that it's covered in this delicious sauce. You can see all this, so much juices too coming from this, which is just gonna add to the sauce. Fill up this pan. This is about a 12-inch skillet, I think. If you don't have a skillet big enough, just put it in a baking dish. So just transfer it from a skillet to a baking dish if you need to. One more to squeeze in. And then I'm going to put all this juice in there. Yeah, I just don't lose the batteries. Okay, so I'm going to stir in that chicken juice a little bit. Make sure everything is nice and coated. And then we're going to pop it into the oven. So I'm going to turn off the heat here. And we're going to pop this in the oven. Okay. Yum! It smells so good in here, y'all. So make sure you have an oven-proof skillet. I don't know if I said that already or not, but. All right. Into the oven. I'm going to set the timer for 15 minutes and we'll check it. If we don't make it on here the whole time for the chicken, we'll see how it goes. If y'all are ready to go or not. I'm going to put this up so I have a little more room with spices. My beautiful door, my cabinet. Okay. Okay, so let's make our pico. So fresh pico, my favorite. Like I said, you can use regular salsa if you want to, but I love fresh pico. I'm gonna use my favorite Village Farms. If you have a bunch of homegrown tomatoes. Can you what?
I just started.
Yes. Lightning McQueen operation, guys. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna just use some grape tomatoes here. You can use like regular large tomatoes. You can use Roma tomatoes, like whatever you have is fine. We're gonna dice them small anyway, so it really doesn't matter. We're gonna do red onion, jalapeno, cilantro, lime juice. That's it. So let me turn y'all down so you can see this. Hi, Heather. Heather's little boy went to kindergarten today and did great. I love that. I am very ready for school tomorrow, guys. We've had a little much one-on-one time lately. All right, so I'm just slicing these small as I can get it. You could also just run this through your food processor if you like a finer pico. I kind of like mine chunky, so I like to do it by hand. Again, there are no rules, guys. Make it work for you, your time, what you have on hand. I'm all about that. This does take a little bit more time, but to me it's worth it. I like this on my eggs too. Make a breakfast taco out of the leftovers. It's happy hour at your house. Yes, and takeout. I don't blame you. That sounds like the perfect first day of school night.
But the problem is,
I thought you can get the screw out. I thought I just got it started for you. Here you go. Here you go. See, you just lift it out. It's loose. We got new batteries for Lightning McQueen, and he's still not working, so I don't know what the problem is. Okay, Parks is gonna fix it though. I feel like because I'm just chopping this, I need to put the phone up so I can actually talk to y'all. I feel like I don't like that. I can't see my face. We are going to Georgia in a couple weeks to see my parents. Does anyone else have any more travels happening this summer? I have that, and then in September I'm going to Baltimore for a little work trip. It's gonna be a busy couple months again. I just posted on the blog today, actually, guys. I haven't posted on Instagram yet, but another delicious weeknight meal. It's chicken shawarma meatball bowls. They're so good. You guys are gonna love them. I'll probably post it on Instagram tomorrow to remind you, but I did get it posted today during nap time. Hi, Naomi. We are making chicken tacos. They are in the oven. We are currently making pico de gallo. I'm just chopping tomatoes, so I'm chatting with you guys. And that's about it. You saw it already. Yay, Katie. Do you guys subscribe to the newsletter? Do you get the recipes like straight to your inbox when I post them? I like these. The Greek meatballs are awesome because you can prep them in advance and it's really good for lunches. So if you're a meal prepper, that's kind of what when I made the recipe I had in mind, because that's something that you guys really said you needed a lot of. So it's really great for easy meal prep lunches, but it also makes obviously a delicious weeknight dinner as well. So Dad already wants them. Y'all, my dad loves a meatball. I do too. I mean, I get it honestly, I guess. Meatballs of all flavors. I like lentil meatballs, real meatballs.
I think this is for the patrol, and I think I'm gonna go like the queen.
Oh, okay.
Because I think this is what's on.
Okay, I'm glad you're figuring it out. I don't know where the controller is.
You left it with you?
No, I didn't leave it anywhere.
You leave it on the counter?
My house is a disaster right now. It's like, yes, prepping and freezing meatballs. I'm actually going on Houston Life in a couple weeks, and I'm doing 3 different meatball recipes for that very purpose of batch cooking and being able to make easy dinners out of them. So if you're local, stay tuned for that. Oh, but you know I'll post a link anyway.
I take these batteries out.
You did?
Yeah, look.
Okay. Just don't lose the batteries, okay?
I'm not going to.
Okay. He loves taking batteries out. Your all's kids love batteries. Okay. Red onion next. I'm going to chop it really small too. I'll put y'all down in case you want to see how I chop it fine. I'll just put this other half to the side because we definitely aren't going to use this whole onion. We're probably only going to use about 1/4 of an onion. Okay. So I am just going to make vertical cuts this way. And then we're going to go horizontally. And then the other direction vertically. Ouch. Y'all, I have a cut on my knuckle, which is like the worst place in the world to have a cut. Okay. So that's just about 1/4 cup. You found him?
Yeah, look.
Oh, good. Currently, we still have Thomas, guys, but we're really into Cars and Toy Story 2 right now. Okay, 1/4 cup of red onion, tomatoes. We're gonna do jalapeno now. Maybe, I don't know where the controller is. It was with the big car. It's right here on the table. Could have been a snake, it'd have bit ya. Anybody else's mom say that to them? So I'm going to take out one side of the seeds and leave the other one in. If you like it extra spicy, just leave them all in. This one smells pretty strong, so I'm going to take out part of it. And I'm doing this with a paper towel so my fingers don't get as much jalapeno on them. Oh my goodness. Really? Wait, I gotta wash my hands before I touch that. Okay guys, normally making pico would not take this long because you wouldn't be operating on toys. Or maybe you would. Okay. So another tip here, y'all, is if you are making this dish, you can definitely just make this pico in advance. So you can make it at the beginning of the week, you can make it the night before, the morning of, whatever, and that way this part's done. And then you can put your dinner in the oven, go do your laundry, pack lunch for the next day, whatever you gotta do, and dinner's done. And I'm gonna show you how I char a tortilla too, right on the flame, in case you don't do that, you need to. So delicious. You want to get your jalapeno as thin as possible here, or as finely diced as possible. And then we're going to do some cilantro and lime juice and salt and pepper, y'all, and that's it. It's so easy. Let's get some cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, just leave it out. Still be good. You were going to ask about the tortillas or something else? Okay, so I'm just chopping some cilantro right now. I'll show you just so you know. Hi, Laura. We're making chicken tacos. Well, right now we're making pico. And I'm just roughly chopping some cilantro. Adding that in, and then we're going to squeeze some lime juice. And some salt and pepper. About the juice of 1 lime here. If you've never made your own pico de gallo, you've got to do it, guys. It's so good. There's nothing like it. You can blend all this together and it's a salsa if you make it fine. So a pico de gallo is basically just chunkier salsa. Oh my goodness. It's all over it. I think you might have butchered it. Okay, salt and pepper. And try not to get it on my finger. A spoon to toss this together. Look how beautiful. And this can just kind of sit for a few minutes and it's just going to get even more flavorful as it sits. In the pictures on the blog, I actually used tricolor tomatoes, so that's why it's super colorful. My Band-Aid's kind of coming off. Okay, let me show you how to char your tortillas really quick. We only have 3 minutes. I might as well wait to show you the finished product of the taco. Okay, so for a tortilla, you're gonna do like medium, low heat on your, yes, so y'all know the trick to a good line? I'm gonna tell you that too. Okay, you have your lime. You see how this is super shiny? It has a very, what I like to call a thin skin, so it's not a thick skin, and you can tell because when you squeeze it, it feels really juicy, and that usually means it is juicy. So you just find one that's really smooth and shiny, kind of. Squeeze it a little bit, and if it feels a little soft, it's full of juice. So that's how you pick a good lime. Stay away from the thick-skinned ones. That's the kind that you cut and there's nothing inside of them. Although if you do get one of those, you can microwave it for like 10 seconds and it'll release a little bit more juices. So I'm literally putting that tortilla right on the flame. I need new tongs. It doesn't take long. It's like a couple minutes per side. And you gotta watch it because it'll flame up, but we definitely want some charness on there. I'm just gonna do one. What, babe? Yeah, in just a minute. I'm almost done, baby, okay? And then I'll help you. So you're just gonna char it on both sides. Get it nice color. Turn it up just a little bit. What? So it's starting to get there. Sometimes I'm overly cautious because I've been known to like set the tortilla on fire, flaming on my stove. Okay, so now we're getting there. As you can see, it's getting that nice char right there. That's what we want. So, char your tortillas. If you don't have a gas stove, can you not hammer for this a second? Sorry. If you don't have a gas stove, you can do these on the grill, or you can also, Parks, baby, can you just wait just a second to hammer? Please? Oh my God, y'all! If y'all are hanging through this, you're superstars. Okay, so I really love it when it gets like this. This is a perfect tortilla to me. I'm gonna actually just put that right there because I don't want to put on the dirty. Okay, chicken tacos are almost done. And let's see, what else was I gonna tell you guys? That's it. We were talking about the tortillas and the lime. I got really distracted with all of the hammering that was just going on in my house. So let's see, the timer's about to go off. I'm gonna see if this chicken is ready to be pulled apart yet. If not, we'll end it and then I'll show you the finished product on my stories. Because I know y'all are ready to go. So you can look how delicious. Let me show y'all a little closer up version. But you can see that sauce got really, really yummy. So let's see. And I just take 2 forks and just pull it apart. It's almost ready. I feel like it needs 5 more minutes for it to get really tender. And we don't want to rush it. So I'm going to put it back in for 5 minutes. But that's it, guys. So those are the tacos. I'm gonna let it cook for 5 more minutes. I'm gonna use some shredded iceberg lettuce too in my tacos tonight. You can use it or not, whatever, but I think it's good crunch. I like the contrast of flavors. So fresh pico, chicken tacos, you gotta make them Thanks for watching, hanging in with me. Yes, you can eat it just like that. Actually, I need to put this back in the oven, but the day that I made them, because I ate them for tacos for lunch, I just made like a salad bowl, taco bowl for dinner. It was delicious. So, I recommend doing that as well. Okay, that's it, guys. Yes, let me know, Katie. I can't wait for you guys to try them. Your family is going to love them, I have a feeling. So, that's it. Thanks, guys. And I hope you have a great Wednesday. I hope your kids have a good week of school if they started this week. And I'll see y'all soon. Yes, make them. And tag me. Send me a picture. Y'all know that makes me happy. Do it. Bye. Bye, guys.